Texto completo, 1:30, acre 99,000 palavras. I never believed in fate. Not until the day he walked into my wedding and changed everything. My name is Isabella Rose Martinez, but everyone calls me Bella. I'm 26 years old. And this is the story of how I went from bride to captive to queen, all because a man decided I was his, and he didn't ask permission. The church was beautiful that day, white roses everywhere, sunlight streaming through stained glass windows, 200 guests waiting. My father walked me down the aisle. My soon-to-be husband waited at the altar. Richard Cunningham, 40 years old, CEO, rich, boring, safe, a marriage arranged by our families, business merger disguised as love. I didn't love him. He didn't love me. But that didn't matter. This was about money, power, control. I wore a white dress, designer, expensive, beautiful. And I felt nothing, just empty, numb, going through the motions. The priest began, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today." I zoned out, thought about my life, how I got here, my family's company failing, Richard's offer, marriage in exchange for investment. My father's desperate eyes, my mother's hopeful smile. I had no choice, or so I thought. "Do you, Richard Cunningham, take this woman?" "I do." "Do you, Isabella Rose Martinez, take this man?" I opened my mouth. And that's when the church doors exploded open. Everyone turned, gasped, screamed. A man stood in the doorway, tall, dark, Korean, wearing a black suit that probably cost more than my dress. Behind him, 10 men, also in black, all armed. The man walked down the aisle, slowly, confidently, like he owned the place, like he owned the world. His eyes locked on mine, dark, intense, predatory. I'd never seen him before, but somehow, I knew. He was here for me. Richard stepped forward. "Who the hell are you?" The man didn't even look at him, just kept walking toward me. Security tried to stop him. His men handled them, quickly, efficiently, violently. Guests screamed, ran. My father shouted. The priest froze. And the man. He reached the altar, stood in front of me. Up close he was, terrifying and beautiful, sharp features, perfect skin, eyes that saw everything. He smiled. It wasn't friendly. "Hello, Bella. How do you know my name?" "I've known everything about you for 2 years." "What?" He reached out, touched my veil. "You look beautiful, too beautiful for him." He gestured dismissively at Richard. Richard grabbed his arm. "Get your hands off my..." The man moved, fast, brutal. Richard was on the ground, clutching his face, blood pouring from his nose. The man turned back to me. "Where were we?" "You need to leave." "No, I think I'll stay." "This is my wedding." "Not anymore." "What?" He stepped closer. So close I could smell his cologne. Expensive, intoxicating, dangerous. "I've waited 2 years for this moment. 2 years watching you, learning you, wanting you. You're insane, perhaps, but you're mine now. I'm not yours. He grabbed the front of my dress and ripped. The sound of tearing fabric echoed through the church. Guests screamed again, my beautiful dress, ruined, hanging in tatters. I tried to cover myself, gasped, furious. "You." He pulled me against him. "Now you're mine." He didn't ask, didn't wait for permission, just claimed me, in front of everyone. "I am not. Yes, you are, and we're leaving." He picked me up, threw me over his shoulder, like I weighed nothing. I screamed, fought, kicked. He didn't even flinch. My father tried to stop him, was knocked aside. Richard tried again, was knocked unconscious. And then we were moving, out of the church, into the sunlight, into a black car, into a new life. I didn't know it then, but everything had changed, and there was no going back. Before we go further, I need you to understand something. This story, it's not pretty, it's not easy, It starts with violence, with control, with me being taken against my will. But it doesn't end there. Keep listening. Because what happens next, how a captive becomes a queen, how hate becomes love, how wrong becomes right, that's the story worth hearing. So stay with me. Stay with Bella and Tae-jin. Because this journey, it's just beginning. The car ride was silent. He sat next to me, calm, composed, like he hadn't just kidnapped me from my own wedding. I sat as far away as possible, clutching the remains of my dress, shaking with rage, with fear, with something else. Who are you? Lee Tae-jin. Why are you doing this? Because you're mine. I'm not yours. You don't even know me. I know everything about you, Isabella Rose Martinez. I've been watching you for 2 years. That's not knowing me. That's stalking me. Call it what you want. Where are you taking me? Home. I'm not going anywhere with you. You don't have a choice. Yes, I do. I'll scream. We're in a moving car. I'll run when we stop. My men will stop you. I'll call the police. We own the police. What? I looked at him. Really looked at him. He was serious. Completely serious. You're Mafia. Yes. Oh my God. He smiled. Don't worry. I won't hurt you. You just kidnapped me. I saved you. From what? From a loveless marriage to a boring man. You would have been miserable. That was my choice to make. No. He leaned forward. It was mine. And I chose you 2 years ago. The moment I saw you, I decided you would be mine. You can't just decide that. I can. And I did. I felt tears threaten, pushed them down. You're insane. So I've been told. I hate you. Good. Hate is honest. At least you feel something. I wanted to hit him, to scream, to cry. But I wouldn't give him the satisfaction. So I turned away, looked out the window, and watched my old life disappear behind us. We arrived in Seoul 12 hours later. Private jet, then another car, then a mansion, no, a palace, glass, steel, modern, beautiful, terrifying. Men in black suits everywhere, bowing to him, ignoring me. He led me inside, his hand on my lower back, possessive, controlling. I wanted to pull away, but where would I go? This is your home now. This is a prison. Call it what you want. A woman appeared, older, Korean, stern. This is Mrs. Park. She'll help you settle in. I don't want to settle in. I want to go home. This is your home. It's not. It will be. He nodded to Mrs. Park. Show her to her room. Make sure she has everything she needs. Clothes, food, whatever she wants. Except freedom? He looked at me. For now. What does that mean? It means. He stepped closer, lowered his voice. It means you're mine, Bella. The sooner you accept that, the easier this will be. I'll never accept it. We'll see. He walked away, left me standing there, in tatters of a wedding dress, in a foreign country, in a beautiful prison, with no way out. Mrs. Park touched my arm, gently. Come, I'll show you your room. I followed. Because what choice did I have? The room was incredible, huge, luxury everything, king bed, walk-in closet, bathroom bigger than my apartment, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Seoul. It's beautiful, Mrs. Park said. It's a cage. She sighed, looked at me with something like pity. He's not a bad man. He kidnapped me. Yes. He tore my dress in front of 200 people. Yes. He brought me here against my will. Yes. She paused. But he won't hurt you. How do you know? Because I've worked for him for 15 years, and I've never seen him look at anyone the way he looks at you. I don't care how he looks at me. You will. What? She walked to the closet, opened it, full of clothes, designer, expensive, all my size. How? He's been planning this for 2 years. Everything is ready, everything you could need, except my freedom. She looked at me, sadly. Sometimes freedom isn't what we think it is. Sometimes it's choosing to stay. I'll never choose to stay, she smiled. We'll see. Dinner is at 8. Mister, Lee expects you, and if I don't come, then he'll come get you. And trust me, you don't want that. She left, locked the door, and I was alone, in my beautiful prison, with a man who thought he owned me, and no way out. I sat on the bed, and finally, I let myself cry. I cried for an hour. Then I stopped, because crying wouldn't help, wouldn't change anything. I needed to think, to plan, to escape. I tried the door, locked, the windows, too high, 40 floors up. Even if I could open them, I'd die. I looked through the clothes, found jeans, a sweater, real clothes, not the fancy dresses he'd bought. I changed, washed my face, looked at myself in the mirror. You're Isabella Rose Martinez. You survived your mother's death, your father's gambling addiction, working 3 jobs to pay for school. You can survive this. You will survive this. And then you'll escape. A knock on the door. 8 o'clock. Mrs. Park's voice. Dinner. I took a breath, opened the door. She led me through the mansion. Hallways, stairs, everything expensive, everything beautiful, everything wrong. We reached a dining room, massive. Table for 20, but only 2 places set. He was already there, changed into casual clothes, jeans, black shirt. He looked different, less terrifying, more human, almost. Bella. He stood, pulled out a chair. I didn't move. Sit. No. He sighed. Please sit. I stood my ground. If you don't eat, you'll get weak, and I need you strong. Why? Because, he paused, because I don't want a victim. I want a partner. I'll never be your partner. Then at least eat, so you can fight me with all your strength. I looked at him, surprised. Was that humor? I sat, not because he told me to, but because I was starving, and I needed strength to escape. He smiled, like he knew exactly what I was thinking. Good girl, don't call me that, as you wish. The food came, Korean, beautiful, delicious. I ate, silently. He watched. Why are you staring at me? Because you're beautiful. I'm angry. That makes you more beautiful. I hate you. I know. Why are you doing this? I told you. Because you're mine. That's not a reason. He set down his fork. 2 years ago, I came to New York. Business deal with your father's company. I saw you. You were. He paused, remembering. You were arguing with someone on the phone, pacing outside the building. Your hair was in a messy ponytail. You wore jeans and a sweater, no makeup. And you were. The most real thing I'd ever seen. So, you decided to kidnap me? No, I decided to have you. There's a difference. There's not. He leaned forward. I come from a world of lies, Bella, of fake smiles and hidden knives, of people who want things from me, who fear me, who use me. But you didn't even know who I was. You were just you. And I knew, in that moment, I had to have you. You could have just asked me out. Would you have said yes? No. I was with Richard. You weren't with Richard. You were sold to Richard. Same thing I'm doing. He sat back. Except I actually want you. He just wanted your father's company. How do you know that? Because I know everything. I've watched you for 2 years, seen you with him, seen your face when he kissed you. You felt nothing. You're wrong, am I? He tilted his head. Tell me honestly, did you love him? I couldn't lie. No. Then I saved you. You stole me. Semantics. I threw my napkin down, stood up. I want to go home. This is your home. It's not. It will be. Never. We'll see. I'm leaving. No, you're not. Watch me. I headed for the door. It opened before I reached it. 2 guards, blocking my way. Move. They didn't. I looked back at Tae-jin. Let me leave. No. Why? Because you'll run, and I'll have to chase you, and catch you, and bring you back. And I'd rather we skip that part. I hate you. You've said that multiple times. It doesn't make it less true. He stood, walked over, stood close. Too close. You can hate me all you want, Bella, but you're not leaving. Not yet. When? When you choose to stay. I'll never choose that. He smiled, that dangerous smile. We'll see. He nodded to the guards. Take her back to her room. They moved toward me. I stepped back. Don't touch me. They stopped, looked at Tae-jin. He waved them off. She'll go on her own, won't you, Bella? I glared at him, turned, and walked back to my prison. Because what choice did I have? Days passed. I stayed in my room. Mrs. Park brought food. I barely ate. She brought books. I didn't read. She tried to talk. I ignored her. On the 5th day, Tae-jin came. Knocked. I didn't answer. He came in anyway. You need to eat. Leave me alone. Bella. I said, leave me alone. He sighed, sat on the edge of the bed. I was curled in a chair by the window. You can't stay in here forever. Watch me. You're being childish. You kidnapped me. What did you expect? Not this. What did you expect? For me to just accept it? To fall into your arms? To thank you for saving me from my boring fiancé? He stopped, ran a hand through his hair. I don't know what I expected, but not this, not you, wasting away. Good. I want to waste away. I want to die, so you'll regret this, so you'll. He moved, fast, grabbed my arms. Pulled me up. Don't say that. Let go. Never say that again. You don't get to tell me what to say, and you don't get to give up. I'm not giving up. What? Surrendering? There's a difference? No. He was close, too close. I could see gold flecks in his dark eyes, see the tension in his jaw, feel his breath on my face. You want to fight me? Fight me. You want to hate me? Hate me. But don't you dare give up. Don't you dare stop being the strong, beautiful, fierce woman I saw 2 years ago. Why do you care? Because? He stopped, swallowed hard. Because I didn't take you just to watch you break. Then let me go. I can't. Why not? Because I'm selfish, and weak, and obsessed, and I need you. You don't need me. You don't even know me. I know you better than you think. No, you don't. Then prove me wrong. What? He let go, stepped back. Prove me wrong. Tell me I don't know you. Tell me you loved Richard. Tell me you were happy. Tell me I didn't save you from a life you hated. Tell me, and I'll let you go. Right now, I'll put you on a plane, send you anywhere you want, with enough money to start over. Just tell me, honestly, that I'm wrong. I opened my mouth, closed it, because I couldn't. He was right. I didn't love Richard. I wasn't happy, and some terrible, twisted part of me was relieved he'd stopped that wedding. Oh, God. He saw it in my face, smiled. Sadly, that's what I thought. He walked to the door, stopped. Dinner is at 8. I expect you there, dressed, ready to talk, like a human being. And if I don't come, then I'll know I was wrong about you, that you're not the fighter I thought you were, that you're just another victim, and I'll make arrangements to send you home, and I'll never bother you again. He left, and I sat there, stunned, confused, because did I want to go home? Did I want to go back to nothing? Or did I want to stay and find out what happened next? I hated that I was even asking, but I was. And at 8 o'clock, I got dressed, and I went to dinner. He looked surprised when I walked in, but pleased. You came. You gave me an ultimatum. What choice did I have? You always have a choice, Bella. I sat. He poured wine. I didn't refuse. We ate in silence for a while. Then, why me? He looked up. What? Why me specifically? Out of all the women in the world? Why did you decide I was yours? He set down his fork, thought about it. Because you were real. What does that mean? I told you. I come from a world of lies. Everyone wants something from me. Money, power, protection. They smile and bow and pretend, but it's all fake. And then I saw you. And you were just you, angry on the phone, messy, real. You weren't trying to impress anyone, you were just living. And I wanted that. Wanted you. That's not a good reason to kidnap someone. I know, but it's the truth. I took a sip of wine. What do you want from me? Everything. That's not an answer. Yes, it is. He leaned forward. I want your mornings, your nights, your laughter, your anger, your truth. I want to know what you think about, what you dream about, what scares you, what makes you happy. I want. He paused. I want you to choose me, to stay, not because you have to, but because you want to. Why would I ever want to stay with the man who kidnapped me? Because. He smiled, that dangerous smile. Because maybe I'm not just the man who kidnapped you. Maybe I'm also the man who saw you, really saw you, when no one else did. I didn't know what to say. We finished dinner in silence, and when it was over, he walked me back to my room, stopped at the door. Thank you for coming to dinner. I didn't do it for you. I know. You did it for you, because you're a fighter, and fighters don't give up. He touched my cheek, gentle, brief. Good night, Bella. He walked away, and I stood there, touching where his hand had been, hating that. I'd liked it. Continue with this story to understand how something so wrong becomes something so right, how a prisoner learns to breathe again, how a monster learns to love, because Bella and Tae-jin's journey is just beginning, and what comes next will change everything. I started leaving my room, exploring the mansion, testing boundaries. Tae-jin didn't stop me, didn't restrict me, just watched. He was always there, in the periphery, working in his office, reading in the library, exercising in the gym, always aware of me, always present. It should have felt suffocating, but it didn't. It felt something else. One day, I found the library. Floor-to-ceiling books, thousands of them. In Korean, in English, in other languages I didn't recognize. I pulled one out. English, poetry, sat down, started reading. How long have you been here? His voice. I didn't turn around. An hour, maybe 2. You like poetry? I like words. He walked over, sat across from me. What are you reading? Rumi. Ah, the wound is the place where the light enters you. You know Rumi? I'm not uneducated, Bella, just criminal. I looked at him. He smiled, read to me. What? Read to me. I want to hear your voice, without anger, without fear, just you. I hesitated. Then I read. He listened. And when I finished, he was looking at me with something that made my breath catch. What? You're beautiful when you read, when you forget to hate me. I don't forget. Yes, you do. Just for moments, but you do. I closed the book, stood. I should go. Why? Because why? Because you confuse me. Good. Confusion means you're thinking, feeling, not just reacting. I don't want to feel anything for you. Too late. What? He stood, walked over. You already do. Feel something. Maybe it's hate, maybe it's anger, maybe it's something else. But it's there, and it's growing. And you know it. You're wrong. Am I? He stepped closer. Then why do you come to dinner every night? Why do you explore the house instead of staying in your room? Why did you just read to me? Why do you? He touched my face. Why do you look at me like that? Like what? Like you're trying to decide if I'm a monster or a man. I pulled away. You're both. He smiled. Yes, I am. But so are you. What? You're both victim and fighter. both prisoner and free, both hating this and... He paused. And what? And curious. About what happens next. I am not. Liar. He walked away, left me standing there, hating him, hating myself. Because he was right. I was curious. And that terrified me. A week later, everything changed. I was in my room, reading, when I heard it. Gunshots, screaming, breaking glass. I ran to the door, locked. I pounded on it. What's happening? No answer. More gunshots. Closer. Oh God! The door burst open. Tae-jin, blood on his shirt, gun in his hand. Come with me. Now. What's happening? Rival organization. They're here for me. And they know about you. Me? He grabbed my hand. If they get you, they'll use you to control me, to hurt me. We need to hide you. Where? An explosion. Downstairs. He cursed in Korean. No time. He pulled me behind him. Into the hallway. His men were fighting, intruders everywhere. It was chaos, war, hell. Tae-jin moved through it like he was born for it. Calm, precise, deadly. He got me to a hidden room, behind a bookshelf, safe room. Get in. What about you? I'll be fine. Tae-jin. He pushed me inside. Stay here. No matter what you hear, don't come out until I come for you. What if you don't? I will. He started to close the door. I grabbed his arm. Don't die. He smiled, touched my face. Because you'd miss me? Because. I didn't know how to finish that sentence. He knew. I'll come back, Bella, I promise. And he closed the door. Locked me in, safe, terrified, alone. Listening to him fight, listening to gunshots, listening to screams, listening and praying. To a God I wasn't sure I believed in. That he'd come back, that he'd survive, that I'd see him again. Because somewhere along the way, without realizing it, I'd started to care. And that realization was more terrifying than any gunfight. I don't know how long I waited. Hours, minutes? It felt like forever. The sounds of fighting stopped. Then, silence. Terrible silence. I pressed my ear to the door, listened. Footsteps, coming closer. I held my breath. The door opened. Tae-jin, alive, covered in blood, but alive. His eyes found mine, found me safe, and something in his expression. Relief. So much relief. Bella. He pulled me out, pulled me against him, held me. Are you okay? I couldn't speak, just nodded against his chest. I thought. His voice broke. I thought they might get to you, but they didn't. No, because of you. I pulled back, looked at him. You're hurt. It's nothing. You're covered in blood. Most of it's not mine. Most. Let me see. Bella, let me see. He sighed. Let me look. There. His shoulder, a wound. Not deep, but bleeding. He needed stitches. A hospital. This needs. I know. Come on. I tried to lead him downstairs, to get help. He stopped me. Bella. What? The bodies. Oh God, handle it. I don't. You don't have to. My men are cleaning up. But I don't want you to see. Why not? Because. He touched my face. Because you're not part of this. Not that part. I thought I was yours. Didn't you say I was part of your world? You are. But not this. Never this. I pulled him toward my room. Then come here. Let me help you. You don't have to. Yes, I do. Why? Because. I swallowed. Because I want to. And so I did. I cleaned his wound. Stitched it. Bandaged it. My hands shaking the whole time. He watched me. Bella, I'm trying to concentrate, thank you. For what? For staying. For caring. For. He stopped. Never mind. Say it. For making me feel human again. I looked up. Met his eyes. You are human. Not always. Right now you are. Because right now. I touched his face. You're just a man. Who saved me. Again. He caught my hand. Held it against his cheek. Bella. What? He pulled me closer. I can't. Can't what? Can't keep pretending. Pretending what? That I'm not falling in love with you. I stopped breathing. What? I'm falling in love with you. Maybe I have been since that first moment I saw you. And I know that's wrong. I know I have no right. I know you hate me. I know. I kissed him. Stopped his words. Stopped his guilt. Stopped everything. Just kissed him. He froze. For 1 second. Then he kissed me back. And it was everything. Fire, need, desperation. 2 years of wanting, weeks of tension, all of it poured into that kiss. When we broke apart, we were both shaking. Why did you do that? I don't know. Do you want me to do it again? Yes. God. Yes. And he did. Kissed me again and again, until we were both breathless, until I couldn't think, couldn't remember why this was wrong, could only feel that it was right. Are you sure? He asked between kisses. About this? About us? I'm not sure about anything. But I want you. Are you sure? No. Tell me to stop, and I will. I couldn't. Didn't want to. So instead, I pulled him closer and showed him I was sure about this, about him, about us. Even if it was insane, even if it was wrong, it was also right. And that night, everything changed. Again, we became something else, something more, something I didn't have a name for, but something. That felt like beginning. The next morning I woke up in his arms, in his bed, in his life. What have I done? I whispered. He stirred, pulled me closer. Something wonderful, I hope. This is crazy. Yes, this is wrong. Probably. I should hate you, but you don't. I should, but I don't. What does that make me? Human. I turned to face him. I still don't forgive you for taking me. I know, I'm still angry. I know. I still want to leave. He tensed. Do you? I don't know. That's a start. What if this is just Stockholm Syndrome or something? What if I only think I care because you control everything? Do you think that? I don't know what I think. He sat up, looked at me. Then let's find out. What? He got out of bed, started dressing. What are you doing? Testing a theory. What theory? If you want to leave. Leave. What? He pulled on a shirt. The door's unlocked. The guards have instructions not to stop you. There's a car downstairs, keys on the table, money in the glove box. Enough to get you anywhere. I sat up. You're letting me go? I'm giving you a choice. The one I should have given you from the start. Stay or go. But make it your choice, not mine. I stared at him. This is a trick, no trick. You can walk out right now. I'll never follow you, never contact you. You'll be free, completely free. Why? Why would you do that? Because he walked back to the bed, sat down. Because I don't want you here as my prisoner anymore. I want you here because you choose to be, because you want me. As much as I want you. And if you don't, then I'd rather you go. And I'd rather live with the pain of losing you than live with the guilt of keeping you. I didn't know what to say. The door's unlocked? Yes. The car's ready? Yes. You won't stop me? No. I could leave. Right now? Yes. And you'd let me? Yes. Why? I told you. I love you. And love means... He swallowed. Love means setting you free, even if it kills me. I looked at him. This man, who'd kidnapped me, terrorized me, changed my life, who was now offering me freedom, offering me choice, offering me everything I thought I wanted. And I realized I didn't want to go. Not anymore. You're an idiot. What? I'm not leaving. You're not. No, I'm staying. Why? Because I took his face in my hands. Because you're right. I do feel something. I don't know if it's love. It's too soon for that. But it's Something. Something real. Something worth exploring. Are you sure? No, I'm terrified. This is insane. You're probably bad for me. This will probably end badly. But I'm staying. For how long? I don't know. As long as it feels right. And when it doesn't, then I'll leave. And you'll let me? Yes. Promise? I promise. He pulled me close, kissed me. Soft, sweet, different from last night. This was a beginning, a real one, based on choice, not force, on want, not need, on us. Whatever that meant, we'd figure it out, together. Weeks became months. I stayed, by choice, learned his world. Not the violence, he kept that from me. But the rest, the business, legitimate and otherwise. I was smart. He said so, used my brain, helped him, made suggestions, improved things. His men noticed. At first they resented me, the American woman, the outsider. But slowly, as they saw Tae-jin valued my opinion, as they saw I wasn't weak, wasn't just arm candy, they respected me. Miss Martinez, one would say. Your idea about the shipping routes saved us millions. Thank you. I became part of it, part of his world, his life, his everything. And he became mine. He taught me Korean, slowly, patiently, taught me his culture, his history, his soul. We talked for hours, about everything, about nothing. We fought. God, we fought. I had opinions, he had opinions. Neither of us backed down. But we also laughed, lived, loved. Yes, loved. It snuck up on me, on us. One day, I just knew. I was in love with him. Completely, stupidly, dangerously, in love. With the man who'd kidnapped me, the man who'd given me freedom, the man who'd chosen me, as I'd chosen him, Bella. We were in bed, his arms around me. Yeah? I love you. I know. I've told you. I know, I mean. He turned me to face him. I love you. More than I've ever loved anything. More than I thought I could love. You're everything. I felt tears. Happy ones. I love you too. You. He looked surprised. You love me? Yes. You idiot. I love you. Since when? I don't know. Weeks? Maybe longer. I tried not to. Tried to fight it. But what? But I can't help it. You're terrible. I know, and wonderful. I hope so. And mine. Yes, yours, as you're mine, always. He kissed me. And I thought, this is insane. This is wrong. This is right. Perfectly. Impossibly. Right. 6 months after he took me, he asked. We were in the garden, private rooftop space, overlooking Seoul, our city, our world. Bella. Yeah? Marry me. I looked at him, shocked. What? Marry me. For real this time. Not arranged, not forced, not me stealing you. But a real choice. Both of us. Choosing each other. You don't have to answer now. Think about it. No. What? No. I don't need to think about it. You're saying no? I'm saying. I paused, smiled. I'm saying yes. You're saying yes? Yes, you idiot. I'll marry you. He pulled out a ring. From nowhere. Had he been carrying it around? It's not a surprise? No. I've been planning this for weeks. How? You're terrible at keeping secrets. You knew? Of course I knew. And you didn't say anything? I wanted you to ask, when you were ready, and now I'm ready. So. Isabella Rose Martinez. Will you marry me? For real this time? Completely by choice? I took his face in my hands. Yes, Lee Tae-jin, I will marry you. By choice, by love, by everything. He slipped the ring on, kissed me, and I thought, I came here in chains, a prisoner, stolen, against my will, and now I was staying. By choice, marrying the man who'd taken me, the man I loved, the man who'd freed me, in every way that mattered. It was insane. It was wrong. It was. Perfect. We got married 3 months later. Modern ceremony. Mix of Korean and American traditions. His people. My family came, shocked, confused. But they came. My father apologized for selling me to Richard, for his debts, for everything. I forgave him, because holding grudges was exhausting. And I was happy, too happy to hold on to pain. The ceremony was beautiful, when the officiant asked if anyone objected. No one did, not even Richard, who I'd invited, out of, I don't know, closure? He looked at me, looked at Tae-jin, said, "She was never mine anyway," and left. He was right. I was never his. I was always mine and Tae-jin's, by choice. When they asked if I took Tae-jin, I didn't hesitate. I do. More than anything, when they asked if he took me, he smiled, that dangerous smile that was now. Just for me. I do. With everything I am. You may kiss the bride. And he did, and everyone cheered. And I thought, I've been kidnapped, terrorized, changed, freed, loved, and now married to the man who'd taken me, the man who'd given me back, the man who'd shown me who I could be, and I wouldn't change a thing. 2 years later, we stood on that same rooftop, his arms around me, my hand on my pregnant belly, our daughter growing inside me. "Can you believe this is our life?" I asked. He kissed my neck. "No. But I'm grateful for it every day, even how it started, especially how it started." I turned in his arms. "You don't regret it? Kidnapping me? Tearing my dress? Terrifying me?" He smiled. "No. Should I? Probably. But I don't. Because it brought you to me, and I'd do it all again. You're terrible. I know. And I love you anyway. I know that too." We stood there, happy, together, building a life, a family, a future, based on the most insane beginning, the wrongest start, the most impossible foundation. But somehow, it worked. We worked. Because love, real love, isn't always pretty, isn't always right, isn't always expected. Sometimes it's dangerous, impossible, insane, but also real, deep, forever. My name is Isabella Lee. I'm 28 years old. I was kidnapped, made a captive, given freedom, fell in love, got married, and became myself. The truest version of myself, all because a man decided I was his, and tore my dress, and changed my life, and I wouldn't change it, not for anything. This is my story, of how wrong became right, of how captive became queen, of how hate became love, and it's not over, not even close. This is just the beginning. Thank you for listening to Bella and Tae-jin's incredible journey from that shocking moment in the church to their beautiful life together. If you loved this story of danger, passion, and transformation, don't miss our other intense Korean romances on this channel. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next emotional tale of love against all odds. Share this story with someone who loves dark romance with happy endings. Leave a comment below telling us your favorite moment. Was it when he tore her dress? When she chose to stay? When they fell in love? We read every comment, and your favorites inspire our next stories. See you in the next breathtaking romance.